Are we live? We are definitely alive, but are we live?
I don't know if we're live. I'm going to close the app and open it up again.
These are your favorite gays and live from Vancouver. Live from Vancouver, your favorite homosexuals.
Yeah, we're live.
We are live.
We are live. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, I'm Jerome.
I'm Asif, and welcome to our home. We are live tonight, our weekly, what we love to call a, beer and night. The B is, we can't use it for monetization
Yeah,
purposes.
this is Humans and IPA for the People. Strong beer at 6.3%, and it's by Parkside Brewery in Port Moody, BC. That's on Brewers Road, all the way in Port Moody. I think that's near like Rocky Point Park as well.
It's the first ever cannibal beer. It's the first ever cannibal beer because it's made with humans, because it's called Human IPA.
No, it's called Humans, but it's an IPA for the people. It's not made out of human beings.
So this Humans IPA is not cannibalistic or anything?
No, but I understand the confusion. It's a lot like your introduction to Beaver Tails.
Beaver Tails is crazy.
Yeah, how was Beaver Tails when you were first there?
Hey, Big G, how's it going?
Hey, Big G, nice to see you too. I'm going to crack this right now. By the way, we also had a little bit of electric lettuce outside. It was Kush Mints by Tweed. That was pretty fun too. We're not going to say anything else about that.
Yeah. Beer o'clock indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing says weekend like a cool beer. And yes, sober January is over anyway, so I don't have to feel social pressure and
So I wonder what the hops are in here. They're not even going to identify the hops. They're just going to give us barley, oats, and wheat as the inner ingredients. That means I got to go back to the brewery. That's what they want. They want you to go back to the brewery, and they want you to talk to the brewer or talk to the people at the bar to understand what's in the beer so you can have that craft brewery experience.
It's down low. It's DL. They don't want to talk about it.
But the cool thing about Parkside Brewery is you can go there.
It's made with human beings.
You can go across the street first to Rocky Point Park. You can go get some Pajo's fish and chips, okay?
Pajo's fish and chips.
And then you can go back to Parkside Brewery. They let you bring the food into the brewery so you can sit there and have your fish and chips while you have a nice, refreshing brew. I gotta admit, I love that, and they have a fantastic outdoor patio too.
And that's where I had the first ever vegan fish and chips. And to my utter surprise, it was delicious. Slightly dry, but delicious. But so this is humans, not made with humans, made for humans. So we're sticking to that story. So no human beings were used.
It's like when he told me, I wasn't there the first time, but when he walked past the Beaver Tail stall, and you have Beaver Tail stalls all over Canada. Apparently there was one in Vancouver too, but it's shut down. That's unfortunate. But in my hometown in Toronto, we got one right on the waterfront there. Yeah, and it's just great. But of course, when you had the Beaver Tails the first time?
I was horrified. It's like, you talk about beavers, Canadian loves beavers, like little fella, and you feel them kind of cute and cuddly. And then you think about their tails being chopped up and deep fried and served with Nutella and butter.
It was funny. He described it on the street, and people would be like, what? Freaking out. They're like, they're decapitating beavers? What? It's like not decapitating, detailifying.
Dismembering. Dismembering beavers to make fried doughy dessert. That was my first impression of beaver.
It's just fried bread with like Nutella and like candy on top of it,
Even in the boardwalk at Toronto Islands, Center Island to be specific.
There's a boardwalk here. It's over on Grenville Island.
There's another cute little stall of beaver tail right there. Toronto Islands, that's one favorite place for a lot of locals to go in summer. It's more like Granville Island, where you'd go and get, say, like a box of Lee's donuts and enjoy it waterfront with friends or family. That's the kind of vibe.
Well, that's what you do when you're on Granville Island or in Gastown now. Like, people will go to either one of those Lee's Donut shops just so that they can get it.
You get like salmon jerky, which is very unique and northwestern kind of stuff. So that's unique. So that's interesting to try. Ooh, let's see how this
is
tastes.
actually pretty good. It's nice and smooth.
It is way fruitier. Human beings taste way fruitier than I thought. Slightly cloudy of beer.
Yeah, so if it's cloudy, it's an unfiltered beer. So this would be an unfiltered beer, but it's got pretty good color to it, you know?
The flavor is really nice. For like actual human beings being used in the ingredients for this thing, it tastes kind of good. Why not? I mean, does your beer taste like humans? Or made for humans?
That would be a disgusting tasting beer. I don't want it to taste like humans.
No.
Because you wouldn't get like the freshly clean human. Well, you'd get like the sweaty human, you know?
What was that Hannibal Lecter movie called? Like Silence of
the Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah,
and then they had Hannibal as well, too, afterwards. So,
call it like Silence of the Lambs or something.
Anyways, away from that issue, okay.
Oh gosh, we did a live stream yesterday.
Yeah,
that was live.
That's the next point. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually did a live stream yesterday. Jerome for his account. Check that out. There was definitely will be a link down below, and of course in our description on our channel page. But yeah, we did a live stream on his account. And how did that go? What was the plan, and what ended up happening?
Oh yeah, so anyways, we're planning to go down to Richmond to get some food from Richmond Public Market, and we're like, we might as well just do a live stream all the way down number 3 road, or maybe down the Fraser River. Either one of those that's going south is just a great little route to head on over to the Richmond Public Market, and then you can get like a 3-piece Chinese meal with noodles and stuff like that, all for $15, or even we're gonna get him fried calamari, but also fried crab, just for like what? It's like $12 right now.
I mean, even if you end up somewhere fried like
not like a soft shell crab, but like still like good.
But even like Lonesdale Mall and their food court has a place where you can get like an $11 bento box or $10 bento box.
That's true.
$10 bento box.
If you look around, sushi, you'll find the sales.
You get friggin'
even at Lonsdale.
You get tempura, sushi, everything, even teriyaki chicken or beef on rice, all of that like $10 in this inflationary market.
Oh, are you talking about Lansdowne Center too?
Yeah.
Oh, Lansdowne Center as well. That's where you can get some real deals, as well as the Aberdeen Center too, over in Richmond.
We had like John 316's Malaysian the last time we were in Aberdeen, and that was a treat.
Oh,
that was definitely a treat. Yeah, he will obviously go for Laksa.
John 316's over here on West Side Vancouver on West Broadway too.
Yeah.
But we were down in Richmond when we got our chance to try it. And we tried it at their Express restaurant.
I had the beef rendang with roti parathas. It was insane, delicious, flaky, crispy, airy rotis, and then you have the delicious curry beef. Beef was almost sweet, with like a dash of coconut milk that just made it so scrumptious.
Oh yeah,
I had fun. Let's just say I had fun.
It had a nice Laksa tang to it with like your creaminess from your coconut milk, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful dish of food that I remember having. So yeah, I ate it up. And I enjoyed it, and they had the egg in there too, which is one of my favorite things. The egg and the tofu too, as well.
But
usually fish tofu. It was pretty darn good.
God.
Pretty darn good.
But our hearts were broken.
Yeah, by a train that got caught in the tunnel on Canada Line.
Oh, that was
so the SkyTrain was stuck just outside, underground.
I couldn't get my calamari.
Yeah,
I was not happy about it.
And over by Olympic Station, we were at Broadway City Hall Station when it happened. They just went on the speakers. The speakers were terrible. Okay, you could understand the guy, but every time he spoke into it, it would be like the squeaking sound first.
It's like, imagine like it was giving Panam realness.
Yeah.
Or like I mean,
let's not try to recreate that sound.
Stormtrooper squadron leader realness. Just muscle voice. I'm telling you, your train is delayed. Muscle voice. You can barely hear anything. There should be a sign out there.
Amplify it like
This
10
is amateurish.
times. Make it so loud. Yeah,
Oh,
but yeah.
gosh.
Oh my goodness gracious. So anyways, our live stream was in the crap hoot at that point in time. We just turned around, as I said, let's just walk over the Cambie Street Bridge. We'll get some cool views, and then you know, we can just walk downtown, and that's what we did. We walked all the way over through the Granville Entertainment District and over to Gastown, and then we just finished our stream over in Blood Alley. Over at Gringo's, and yeah, we actually did go to Gringo's. It was pretty good.
We enjoyed burritos and beer. Two things
yeah. How's that deal work? If you go to Gringo's,
I think it was their happy hour deal. That's between midday to 5 p.m. We were there around like 4:15ish. It's like $15.50 for a beer and a burrito, and I had their Encino.
Pretty big burritos too.
Encino? Did I have the Encino?
Yeah, you had the Encino. I had the Wilbur. If you get the Austin or the special of the day burrito, that'll cost you a regular price. So there's no point in getting that.
Yeah.
So it's got to be the Wilbur or the Encino, which is. I had the pork and you had the chicken.
Yeah. It was nice. It was delicious as usual. They had their home hot sauces, which we're big fans of. Anybody who knows Gringo's in Vancouver, it's an institution. You cannot go wrong with Gringo's. It is definitely an awesome place.
That's true. And they got a spot on Davie Street too.
Yeah,
so
it's a great place to drink. Gringo's is an awesome place to go for drinks. You get your delicious Tex-Mex food. Their vibe is very quirky and retro. It's definitely somewhere we love to go.
They sell hipster cat hats. Okay, that tells you enough. And there's Uber.
And their hot sauces, habanero, I cannot get
awesome.
enough of it. It's a great place to take your friends.
Yeah.
Their alcohol is actually fairly priced. Even in British Columbia, it's fairly priced.
Like
so
if you go in there and you have your burrito, okay, you're sitting there with your beer, you're having your burrito, and your other hand is just reserved when you're eating your burrito for the hot sauce, and you just keep pouring it on. And if you finish the bottle, they bring you another one if you ask for it. It's freaking ridiculous. They sell it for like $6 to $10 a pop over the counter as well, so you can take it home. I just sit there at the either what is it? They have the Scotch bonnet one.
No, you were taking your jalapenos. I was the one who was checking the Scotch bonnet.
I had the Scotch bonnet when we were
habanero,
at Davie Street. Okay, habanero.
Jalapeno and habanero, those are their flavors.
Yeah, I don't think it was habanero.
Man has his priorities right. He knows what he's doing.
The jalapeno one was just delicious too. I love that. I actually like the jalapeno one just as much as the habanero one.
Yeah, Gringos all the way. Thumbs up. Lovely place to be.
And the other thing is the beers are only like $4.50. So it's a super affordable price. Okay, what is it, like a 12 ounce though?
No, I think it's a full 16.
It's a full 16. So you get a full 16 for $4.50. Now they get their own brewed. So it's just probably done in a large batch or something like that.
We always get their house IPA. They have a house lager as well.
Or those are at least the ones that are on tap.
I definitely always get their non-alcoholic ones because I definitely don't like drinking as much outside. So I would prefer their mocktails, but they have some really good mocktails as well.
Oh, did you say the house IPA? That's a different one. Okay, that's a different restaurant. They have a pale ale and they have a lager, and they have those are their houses. So they have a house pale ale and a house lager. Yeah. Okay, just wanted to get that out there.
Well, I get my things mixed up. At least let me know. But definitely a great place to go. It is an expensive city. Vancouver is an expensive city. So if you're out with friends and don't want to spend a shit ton of money, that's a great place to go. It's pretty quiet, it's pretty chill, and the food is delicious. The staff are super friendly, and you will know that By the way, the staff and Gringos, big cheers for staff and Gringos. They are awesome. Every single time, they are sweethearts. Some of the finest people you'll meet in Vancouver are the staff and Gringos. They're always super friendly, and they'll come in, introduce themselves right away, and start a conversation. They are good people. That's what I'm going to say. They're good people, and they will take care of you.
And they also, like, when they mention their name, you remember their name by the way that they say it to you.
Yeah, it's super cordial, and they're always a good time. They know exactly what you're doing, what you're looking for. Their recommendations are spot on. So yeah, all big cheers for Gringos. So that's beyond the point on Gringos. It was an interesting walk. We walked the whole bridge. Cambie Bridge itself was
you can, when you look out at the Cambie, out across the Cambie Street Bridge, what you see Falls Creek, which is the inlet that comes in from English Bay and which goes out to the Pacific Ocean. And there's the Burrard Inlet that goes the other side of Stanley Park, past North Vancouver and West Vancouver. And it's beautiful. You're standing at the bridge there. Now, the disappointing part was the friggin' clouds. The clouds decided to cover up the friggin' mountains. I wanted my mountain view. I was looking for my mountain view.
We saw Expo Line SkyTrain as it headed towards Main Street Science World Station. We saw sea buses and Falls Creek ferries crisscrossing around Falls Creek. That was wonderful. We saw so many people because the subway lines were down. People who wanted to, let's say, go from very little bit, just wanted to, they were somewhere like Broadway City Hall or Olympic Village, who just wanted to be downtown. They literally crossed the bridge just like us. So many people
so we headed north, and there was people actually heading south from the stations up north because they wanted to get south. They wanted to get to the Cambie Village where we were coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vice versa, there were lots of people out. It was nice. It was one of those dry little breaks yesterday. I know it rained before and after we walked, but it was nice. As we walked around, we saw so many people. There were definitely lots of fur babies with their humans walking around. It was great.
Who do you think's really in control there? The fur babies or the humans? I think it's the fur babies.
I mean, we were out relatively earlier because we were out like what 4 something ish.
Yeah,
so
it
wasn't
because
super
we want to
busy,
get back and we
but
just want to chill
the people out.
Yeah.
There were definitely quite a bit of activity going all around downtown.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as busy, but there you can tell.
But
it
also, an important point about Vancouver is they have a big happy hour culture, and at Gringos we were able to take advantage of it. But that's at a lot of other restaurants as well, usually from 3 to 6 or 2 to 5. So you gotta call in advance if you're really looking forward to going to a restaurant and getting the happy hour specials. But that's something that you can find here in Vancouver. It's almost every single restaurant. So if you don't know, just ask, okay? If they don't have one, they'll say they don't have one, but you'll be surprised how many actually do have them, and they don't advertise them. They just have them. So the locals know. We knew about the deals over at Gringos.
Yeah, somewhere like a frying pan on the Denman Street.
Frying pan.
On weekdays, like I think Monday through Thursday, up till like 5 p.m. they have a hot chicken sandwich
3 to 5
deal. $8.99. That's $9 plus tax for a Korean fried chicken sando in Vancouver.
And that's a big chicken sando too.
And it's delicious. Yeah. It's huge. The staff, again, frying pan staff, super friendly. They give great recommendations.
Yeah, you go, you eat your chicken
sandwich. Get like a waffle fries on the side with it.
If you want waffle fries from the restaurant, you could always just get a bag of fries, or, from the...
Highly recommend the waffle fries with their house special sauce.
If you
their
bring
sauce is incredible too. Highly recommend that.
Yeah, their house sauce is good. But yeah, their waffle fries are actually good.
Yeah. So big cheers for all of these happy hour deals, especially at Frying Pan, Gringos.
Excuse me?
These restaurants also give people in these difficult economic times to actually go out and enjoy eating out. Like we don't really do that a lot anymore. That's to be honest.
We've been eating from home actually quite a bit now.
Yeah, I've been like washing up on my culinary skills, whipping things up, but It's honestly, we've been eating more at home. So shout out to all of these restaurant owners out there struggling right now. Or we feel for you folks.
We're trying to do our part. Like we do go out, we do try, but like we are eating mostly at home. But it's not about you, restaurant owners.
It's more about our financial situation.
Us, and I'm sure that's a lot of people, including yourselves, when you're going out to other restaurants too. So,
but these are some of the finest people you'll meet. And as somebody who lived in different cities around the world for a lot of the part of my life, people in Vancouver, they're sweethearts. Folks in these restaurant businesses, they're super, super, super sweet and courteous people. They will take care of you. That's one thing you can rest assured about.
There's very rarely we haven't walked into a restaurant and like left. Here in Vancouver.
Every single restaurant.
In Toronto, my hometown, there are times we have left and we know why.
Yeah.
Okay?
Every single restaurant.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Every single restaurant in Vancouver we've experienced so far, I've got to say, compared to somewhere like Toronto or anywhere else in Canada, so far, they are the nicest and sweetest people out there. They take care of you and they genuinely care about what's going on with you. They want to have a conversation. That's a different culture.
Yeah, it's part of the West Coast culture. It's just having a chat. Like, there's an expectation that you have a conversation.
Yeah.
And you could see that also when you're on the East Coast too. So that's kind of fun,
Yeah.
And so it's just an expectation of a conversation. Just be ready to have one. Of course, in Vancouver, it's going to be shorter than the East Coast one. So.
East Coast sounds more like American Midwest a little bit, eh?
It could be, yeah.
It could be, yeah. People, these are again very sweet people. American Midwest. We met a lot of people. From places like Milwaukee, Wisconsin, all of these folks.
No, that's where you've been focusing right now, yeah.
So you meet these people in Vancouver. A lot of them do come here and visit. A lot of people from.
You're talking about those people. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
You do meet a lot of people because Vancouver is a pit stop in one of the most famous cruise spots in the world. It is a pit stop for Alaskan cruises anywhere, and sometimes if there is any issue going on in any other American locations, they can actually dock down here in Vancouver, which has a more hospitable situation. So you do meet a lot of Americans, especially from southern United States. Lots of people from Georgia, the Peach. People from Florida, people from all over the United States.
Yeah, so they're over near or on the eastern seaboard, and they're coming all the way over to the west coast to check out stuff, and they're coming by cruise ship. And that's pretty cool, to be honest with you.
Like, I have these insane conversations. I remember I met people from Georgia who were like talking about where you can find good chicken. So I gave them, what type of chicken are you looking for? Because in Vancouver, you get just fried chicken. That is a whole game altogether. From conventional Popeyes and KFC, you get these mom and pop shops, these very genuine, insane, delicious places like Japanese karaage fried chicken, Korean fried chicken, different forms of southern or northern fried Chinese style fried chicken, Punjabi Indian fried chicken. It's all over the place. So again, that's what I asked, and we have amazing conversations from love of things like chicken and waffles, and like you discover places like La Coffrite on West Broadway. These things come up.
Chicken and waffles, and the waffles are made out of croissants.
Oh yeah!
Like, how ridiculous is that? You walk in, and it's like they have like a little Instagram, TikTok board where people can stand and do their cutesy photos and videos. And we were in there, and they were just like, they didn't even bat an eye. They're like, oh, influencers, this will be good for us. And I was just like, they treated us, they were so awesome.
We tried their red sauce, which was their hottest version.
And they covered it right.
It was good. It was delicious. It was super spicy. As you can tell by now, we do love spicy hot chicken sandwiches. So places like Frying Pan, places like Down Low Chicken, and on a commercial drive on UBC.
When it comes to hot stuff and spices, I've been domesticated.
Yeah, I mean, we're one of those few people lucky enough to have a Popeyes fried chicken right here in UBC that recently opened up. We also have new fried chicken places
There's
from.
a Popeyes over here?
Yeah, there's a Popeyes right here.
There's
in
a
UBC.
Popeyes over here. I didn't
This
even
one doesn't even know.
The Popeyes all popped up at the same time.
We love Popeyes. Can't tell you how much I love Popeyes.
I've just been
What a
jumping on that 99
disappointment.
and just like coming
KFC
downtown
has
and
been.
filming. That's all I've been doing.
KFC has been such a disappointment, so Popeyes is insane. We love Popeyes.
Yeah, so what moved into Greektown, Kitsilano, but a KFC across from or
I mean,
near
no hate
the
for
Dairy
anybody.
Queen.
You do you, KFC. It's just not for us. I
Kitsilano
just
is the
vibe at a different
KFC
level.
city.
I'm more of a
Everywhere
Popeyes person.
else
I love Popeyes.
It's Popeyes.
Yeah.
And Jollibee. So
Popeyes
yeah.
with their peri like the spicy fries.
And then down low
French
is
fries
like
with
the
it.
cool
Ooh.
sectors.
They
Down
have
low.
their buttermilk biscuit. Oh.
I walked past down low today when I was filming on Commercial Drive, and it was just like so packed with people.
Yeah.
It was like 4:00 in the afternoon. I was just like, wow. I had just come off of like Wall Street in the Hastings Sunrise area.
Yeah.
And I was just like, maybe I'll go and pick up some down low, bring it home for a bit. It didn't happen.
Yeah, that did not
There
happen.
was a lineup out the door. Now it was only 2-3 people out the door, but that means that there's like 5 or 6 people in the door. All the seats were taken by the window and on the picnic tables, and there was people just hanging around outside chatting because they were running into their other neighbors who were going to the same restaurant.
Places like Lunch Lady, Down Low. There's so many good restaurants on Commercial Drive. They're always busy, and on a day like today, where it was nice and sunny outside, not just dry, it was bright and sunny. So expect Vancouverites to be out and about.
Yeah, and they'll go out for lunch up to like, usually 2 in the afternoon is the latest, but you'll have those people coming out at 4 and then having their late 10 o'clock dinner or the 11 o'clock dinner too. Like that happens as well.
People in this province take Asian and European culture seriously. Though you find
that's
late
a weird
lunches.
mix, but that's cool.
Middle Eastern
Asian
culture,
and
Persian
European.
culture. There's a lot of
that's
those
there too.
influences in all over Vancouver. Because people would sit down and talk and chat. They would take their time eating the food just like in Europe or
Like
Asia.
if you go to a restaurant and you eat it really quick at a sit-down restaurant that's not fast food, and all of a sudden you're done, they'll be shocked. They'll be like, "Okay, cool, you're done."
In Ontario, they expect you to be done with your food
Let's
in 30
get
minutes.
you out the door and get the next group in. That's Ontario. That's
And
Southern
there's always
Ontario,
lines
that's
up in
Toronto.
places in Ontario too, because it's that big of a province. So if you
Yeah.
go to your local St. Louis or something, which is like going to your J Chicken or something, right? What is that chicken place called?
It's like going to White
White Claw. White Claw.
White
White
Spot.
Claw. White
White
Spot.
Spot.
White Claw.
White Claw's a good Freudian slip.
No,
White
we
Claw
had a
is
little bit
good.
of drinks. I'm calling White Spot
When White Claw came to Canada, this one had it and truly enjoyed it. And I'm talking
and that was the middle of the pandemic. You would go somewhere like Vancouver Island.
White
and
Claw
just
had
chill
already
out
been
with
here, but like it wasn't here in.
No. It came literally,
it literally
smack
came.
in the middle of the
Okay,
pandemic.
okay.
I was overjoyed. That was
Yeah.
more of an alcoholic era I was going through because, pandemic depression and whatnot.
You
So
were
White Claw was,
exploring because those were some of the only stores that were open at
You
the
couldn't
time.
be with anybody.
You could buy
couldn't
buy
be
your
with anybody,
electric
so-
lettuce. You could get your alcohol, and luckily we were also together.
Yeah.
Other people were by themselves, so that's
Oh,
unfortunate.
Yeah, those years were
We
truly
tried to
difficult.
support,
Those
but
were
at the
truly-
same point in time, we have to take care of our own mental health. So
Yeah. I
and
mean,
even now we have to take care of our mental health.
I deleted my social media in the first year of the
It was
pandemic,
a
and
good purge, eh?
it was a good purge, and I've never got them back. This is my literal exchange with people out there through our YouTube accounts. That's the maximum exchange I have with people outside,
You know
other than
what,
like
though?
some really close
I'm
friends and
really
family.
enjoying TikTok. TikTok is fun. I'm on TikTok
Somebody
now. At Jay
exploded
Forestwood.
late in life, yeah?
At Jay Forestwood. You can check me out on TikTok. That's so awesome. He's on TikTok too. What are you on
At
TikTok?
Asif Forestwood.
Yeah, so you can try that out too. I love TikTok. Usually I'm just taking my shorts from YouTube and reposting them on TikTok, but hey, if you're into that,
I'm trying to
that's
get
what it
regular
is.
with TikTok. I'm trying to bring more go on TikTok
Oh,
as well.
I've been looking at like what I can do. Apparently, I can post up to 30 minutes on
30
if
minutes?
I actually use like a desktop rather to go to
There's a
TikTok,
30-minute
which
TikTok?
is like so like they have like advanced features if you're using the desktop browser
Work, Diva.
as a content creator. Okay, so at some point in time, I set up my channel properly. I took great care in reading those instructions. And now I can do up to 30 minutes. So
Oh,
I'm
wow,
just going to
that's
be
great.
posting stuff also on TikTok. So some of it will be the same as what's on YouTube. But hey, if you prefer it on TikTok, it'll be on TikTok. If you prefer it on YouTube, it'll be on YouTube. And sometimes on TikTok, it'll be a shorter version or multiple parts. So we'll figure it out as we go. I'm learning about TikTok. Hey, what can I say?
Hey, we are old millennials learning the ways of the new world.
Yeah. Though I'm also thinking about, maybe doing a Facebook just because I know that there's some people out there, especially over in Asia, that are still using Facebook, like in Malaysia and stuff like that, apparently. And if there's something else you're using, just let us know. Let us know in the stream. If you're somewhere in the
You
world,
want us
we know
on
people
Twitch,
across the
you
world
want
are
us on
watching
any
this.
other
You see the
platform for
analytics.
any of our properties that we, the kind of content we like to create, and definitely give us recommendation what you like. We definitely have a set of stuff that we genuinely enjoy, part of our content, and also there are stuff that we usually just venture out and try to explore and experiment with. So let us know what you enjoy, what you want to watch, the kind of stuff that you would like to see, and in which kind of platform you would want it. We are open to suggestions. Yeah, that's for sure.
So that's definitely something to check out. But anyways, I think for today, we are good. So you know what? We're going to get back to what we're going to do, which is just do our thing. And you do you. So again, hey, I'm Jerome.
I'm Asif, and thank you for coming on this live stream. See you next time, and hope you have a good time. Bye!
Na 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 da 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 na 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 na